Okay, you know what Zoom does, say happens before we tell it, before we realize.
Mhm. I got a message saying it was going live.
Yeah.
That's that.
Okay, I think we're live. I'm just going to make sure everything's set up here. All of it downloaded, it's done. Okay, it's going to redirect us to YouTube, it says. Okay. Okay. Just going to assume we're online. Yeah, we are. We must be. Okay. Hello, friends. Welcome. I am Ananda Rose. Welcome, Kirsty Marie. How are you?
Hi, I'm really happy to be here doing a live session, which we haven't done for a long time. Yeah.
Yes. It's like what, 10 months we haven't done a live session. So there we are. We're doing one today. Friends, thank you for your patience with the start of the kickoff because seeing that we haven't done it for 10 months, there's some new things happening on YouTube. So, to do the crossover. So welcome everybody. Today we are doing an activation for the planetary cities of light. I hope you're doing well and thank you for joining us. Whether you join us in the live or whether you join us watching it later on, you're very welcome here. So, normally, when we do our sessions, the first thing we do is we start off with what we call in New Zealand a karakia, we just do a clearing, right? In normal English, intuitive terms, it's a clearing. So I'm just going to bring myself closer to the microphone or bring the microphone closer to me. So I normally do that, and we are going to do the normal thing. I'm going to do it. Okay, and then we're going to talk about what we are doing here today before I hand it over to Kirsty Marie. Okay, friends, welcome, welcome, teams of light of everybody who joins us in this time and space. So there are noises that are coming up in the background. We have road workers, and they've started working very early today. So apologies for that. I'm just putting on musicians mode. So let's breathe, keeping our feet firmly planted on the ground. And there we are. We're clearing with our incense. Taking a deep breath. Excuse me. Taking another deep breath. Hiron maturo ramaho ken makatuko vrna whatsakalak to fralak to ramahaway. Welcoming you, beloved ones, your team and your teams of light. Armakitko rahanna to wikaraskuto rno wikito to biscuit for nate to ornamo. Open hearts, openness, open minds. Kibakto. When I was tuning in for this opening prayer last night, I asked if there was any being that wanted to come through, apart from the ones that we're working with, because my Arcturian beings are here, my higher self is here, like all of your teams of light are here. Whoever you come with of high vibrational frequency is here with us, holding space, holding light for all on the planet. But one other guardian has come through for the morning Karakia opening prayer of this. And this is the Omega Dragon. And she's pretty beautiful. She's white and she's amazing. And she's she's also got a moon. You see the moon in there. And now that I noticed the moon, because I honestly I did not notice the moon last night, I just think, wow, isn't it fascinating? We are in the energy of the full moon at the moment. A very beautiful full moon, a very bright full moon. If clouds are not blocking it, you know this full moon is just incredible. The Omega Dragon, and this is very important for us, intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. And today, that is our intention, birthing the higher consciousness for our planet, for our people, for the beings that are in the animal kingdom and the trees and the plants and the whatever kingdom, the sea creatures. The Omega Dragons are ninth dimensional and they carry divine feminine vibrations of Shekinah. Shekinah. Shekinah is a feminine counterpart of Archangel Metatron's higher light and represents pure creative vision. Just wanting to say there is so much, so much, so much more to this. And so collectively we will hold the vision for the new golden age because the planetary cities of light is part of the process of the new golden age, transforming into the fifth dimension. As the planet transforms, we too transforms into this. And this is some of the things that we hold space and light for in this time and space. This vision for the new golden age, and this is what collectively we hold, the vision for the new golden age, and this will enable us to achieve the intentions set by Lady Gaia for the evolution of the planet. We cannot not talk about Lady Gaia. She's the higher perspective of our planet, Earth. So take another breath, friends. Coming back into balance, coming back, keeping your feet still firmly planted on the ground. Sorry about the noise. And staying focused on connecting to Mother Earth, your feet, growing the roots into the earth. And with that, I hand it over to you, Kirsty.
Thank you, Rose. That was a beautiful clearing, and I'm just going to take us on a brief journey. But before that, I'm going to invite you to do a brief exercise for balancing your meridians. So just bringing things back into a flow. And this is a lovely thing to do before we connect in with our earth, because the earth has her meridian system too, and we can work in harmony. So what we're going to do, excuse my throat, I'm going to bring one arm over the other. So start by bringing your right arm over your left, and then bring the hands to clasp together, and then you can fold those up to your chest. And then you can't see my feet, but just crossing your right ankle over your left. And just breathing here. And as you're here, just further acknowledging your guides. Dropping into your heart space. And feeling harmonious flow in this earth vessel, your beautiful body. Sacred vehicle of light. And just creating beautiful symmetry. We're going to uncross and now bring your left hand over your right. Bring the hands together. Fold back up. Crossing your left ankle over the right now. Taking some more deep breaths here. Feeling the light up the central channel of your body. feeding into all of your meridians, and feeling this beautiful coherence extending out into your aura, your energetic body that extends far beyond the physical. Okay, so just releasing that as you're ready. And then perhaps you'd like to close down the eyes and just take yourself to a beautiful place in nature or anywhere else that you happen to love in your neighborhood. And take yourself on a walk, feeling your feet on the earth, noticing the sights and sounds around you, and then noticing that you're approaching a beautiful big tree, whether you're in the forest, on the beach, in your suburban neighborhood. See this tree, feel its magnetic aura merging with your own as you approach it. And noticing that at the base of the trunk, where the roots are spreading out, there is a doorway, a portal. And if you're struggling to visualize, just know that it doesn't matter. Your intention is enough. However you feel this, however you connect to this portal, knowing it is so and stepping through now. Feeling this connection with this beautiful being that is the tree. And now seeing that there is some stairs, a beautiful stairway spiraling down from the base of this tree. And you begin to walk down it. The earth is around you, and yet it feels spacious and light. Feeling yourself descending. And noticing your full body connection with our beautiful earth, your transcendent energy. And now as we descend a little bit further, you can see an incredible glowing that gets brighter and brighter. It's soft but powerful. And now you're entering the most incredible crystal cave. The walls are covered with beautiful crystals. And as you come into the center, you see there's a seat carved out of the beautiful rock, as if it were made for you, because it is. And you seat yourself in this beautiful chair. Maybe if you've brought a crystal with you, you might be holding it now. If you didn't, just feeling this connection now deep inside the earth. Noticing that you can feel the vibration inside your body, inside your cells. Notice any messages that come through so gently, so lovingly. No need to rush. And as we're here in this incredibly beautiful place, to raise our vibration and open our hearts further, we'll do a short meditation inspired by a Buddhist loving kindness meditation or contemplation. So coming now right into your heart space. Feeling the tenderness of your own heart. And opening up that loving energy by thinking of someone dear to you, the most innocent soul, your lover, a baby, a pet, and allowing this loving feeling to expand your heart space as you extend the greatest love to this being, radiant love. And feeling it return to you. And now thinking of your wider family, those you hold dear, feeling your circle of love expanding wider. Feeling the heart open and wishing only the highest blessings on your loved ones. Allowing yourself to open more, letting this crystal cavern aid your process of opening, of being in the highest vibration. And extending this loving intention for that which is in the highest to your entire neighborhood now. May they be well, may they be loved, may they be connected to the divine always. Breathing and expanding. Feeling this energy now extending to your entire town or city. This glowing crystal light, this heart light. May they know love. May they know joy. May they know divine coherence. Feeling this loving energy, we can extend it at all times. When there's conflict, when there's joy, when we agree, when we don't, still we extend this energy for this return to alignment, connected to the heavens, connected to the earth. Just knowing when we connect to these higher energies, the creative potential is infinite. In our world, we see things decaying, crumbling, returning to the earth. This is part of the process. And yet, on a higher level, the creative impulse is much stronger than the return to chaos. And we can bring this energy at the quantum level to our homes, our bodies, our neighborhood, our cities of light. And I'm just inviting you now to place 2 fingers just above pubic bone, and 2 fingers just in between the brow towards the third eye. Just feeling into these points, feeling the pulsation of energy. And letting this energy support our divine creativity. Coherence, equilibrium, the return to love, and feeling this energy expanding out from our body and our crystal cave. sending deep honor to this sacred place. Just breathing here for a little bit longer. Really deeply breathing into the vibration of the crystals of the earth. Feeling our body aligning with these high frequencies. And now, releasing these points or holding them if you feel to a little longer. We begin to climb back up the stairs, knowing that we are taking this energy, this high frequency with us. It is part of us, feeling into our own radiant crystalline structure as we ascend the stairs. Carrying the crystalline light with us as we begin to see the sunlight streaming down, connecting with them both simultaneously as we emerge at the base of our beautiful tree. Into our location, wherever this is. Feeling now how we can take this energy out into the world with our radiant being, knowing that we're part of a network of beings, extending the light, feeling ourselves as portals, like sacred acupuncture needles on the surface of our earth. As we walk around our neighborhood, this light touches everyone we come in contact with, human, animal, avian, the trees and the flowers. We're in sacred communion. And the loving intentions of our heart are lifting. Just honoring this. You don't need to do anything more than simply be. You are the light, and the light is you. This doesn't mean we don't discern, we don't have boundaries. Those things are all true, and yet that loving light is extending always. So powerful, so humble, and deep gratitude to our bodies, this earth, as we rise together, our angels and guides. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And just handing back over to you, Rose.
Thank you, Kirsty. That was really beautiful. A lot of warm sensations in my heart chakra zone. So thank you for that. Much appreciated it. Appreciated. I don't know what's going on in speech today. So, friends, as we're coming back from that, I feel that it's necessary to explain this planetary cities of light. My first interaction with a planetary city of light was when I did meditations with a group called group of 40, and this was founded by author David K. Miller. He is in Flagstaff, Arizona, or was at the time, and he's written a lot of books on connecting with the Arcturians. And the concept of a planetary city of light comes from the Arcturians because it's come through his download when when he was channeling them. So what he downloaded was one of those concepts, planetary cities of light or planetary city of light. So I live out in East Auckland, and East Auckland at that time was declared a planetary city of light. And what it was that they had created a crystal grid at certain points. So they'd gone out and buried crystals in the land. They'd gone out to sea and put a crystal in the sea at different points, and it was a grid. And basically, when you declare a city as the planetary city of light, you are saying that we're holding space and light here. Some of the characteristics is hardly any crime, people living in harmony, high vibrational frequency, a strong sense of care, homeliness, all of those things that are obviously of high frequency. And so I was tuning into what is it that we want to see in our planetary city of light. What can we do? Because from here on, I believe the planetary cities, I've called this the planetary cities of light because here we are. We have taken this concept of the planetary city of light doing a live event. And I'm understanding this is going to be a regular thing, but we will talk about that another time. The thing about it is that I wrote down some things here. And then as I was guided to look at some cards, I was guided to the Golden Future Oracle card deck, that one. And Diana Cooper has done this recently, probably in the last 2 or 3 years. And and these are the concepts of your planetary cities. So we honor in a planetary city of light, we're going to be honoring and always animals, the animal kingdom, right? Now, as individuals, we do, but this means everyone does. This doesn't mean some of us do, but and others don't. Then the other thing is to tune in for our homes, and this is the. I'm sorry if I did if I took that picture away too quickly. So that's what the picture is. It's pretty awesome. Then we have the next one, which is homes. Live in ecological, creative, and fun spaces. I like the concept of homes looking like that, like round domes, but but it's a lot about the environment that we're living in and how we're building our homes, right? Then this is another one called the Golden Cities. And this one says as well, live ecologically and harmoniously, right? That's just pretty awesome. I love the harmoniously because that's so necessary for us. Okay, the other one, interestingly enough, I never thought about this, but this card makes me think about it. It's our clothing. As within, so without. Like that as above, so below concept. But yes, as within, so without. So we're working on our inward, on being high vibrational. We're working on our evolution from the inside. But what is this that we're wearing? Is this is this okay for our environment? The person who made it, is it okay? Did they get a good return for being sitting there and sewing this? That kind of thing. I've not thought about it before, but there you go. And food. I mean food, right? And our food to be what? Choose locally grown organic produce. Locally grown organic produce. And the locally grown can be your grown. You growing it in your garden. That's your local growing. We have to start returning to these things if we've forgotten them. And so this is the energy of the planetary cities of light. That is what we're creating. Right. I want to say, what can you do today? What can you do in your world? When I put out the videos talking about the planetary city of light, I talked about, for example, the people here had done a crystal grid. They went and physically did a crystal grid. What can you do if that's not available to you? We don't have to do a physical crystal grid, right? But what can we do? You can get a map, a photocopy of the map of your city, and you can have it on your table or in your meditation space wherever you are, and you can put crystals on there if you like. You can put something else if you don't want to put crystals on there. You can create a grid with something else you're tuning in for yourself, right? I was thinking about these little stones that you could put, because it's connected to the earth. You could do something like that. You could do that, and you could every day hold light, hold space for your city, declaring it a planetary city of light. Not just in how we live do we need to declare this, but we can meditate with it. We can bring it into meditation and say, yeah, this is what we're going to be doing from here on. When I think about East Auckland as a planetary city of light, we are no longer doing those meditations because that group as needed to come to find other things to do, and so they no longer, as far as I know, come together for East Auckland Planetary City of Light. There's a lot of changes that have happened in here, and some of the new buildings that are going up, for example, I have to wonder if they're ecologically safe because I don't know about that. And all the land's being used to build structures. They're not. Where's the land for growing local food? That kind of thing. When you think about the food that we buy in the supermarkets and in the vegetable shop or wherever, the taste of it, what's happened to our food and so bringing in the consciousness of, okay, what am I eating? And anyway, should I be eating that? How do I feel when I've eaten something? Does my body feel good? Because the body speaks. The body is a living thing as we are alive, but the cells tell you, oh, that didn't feel so good. Okay. So there's so many concepts of that. Want to come back to what you can do and having your map and your grid. The other thing is somebody in our local community started painting stones and putting messages on them and putting them at different places. As simple as that. And the most simple thing you can do is when you walk, because I walk the dog, and even if you don't have a dog and you take a walk around where you live, you can be tuning in. You can be doing a walking meditation, not like you're closing your eyes or anything, but just tuning into your higher self within yourself and just walking. Because remember, your radius, you affect like what, 32 kilometers around you. That is our energy field, right? And so everywhere you go, you take your energy with you. And so that's like just the easiest thing you can do. I mean, you don't have to be crazy like me because what I do is I say my light language as I'm walking everywhere. I speak to the dog in light language and I know that the dog is also bringing his energy with him. So when you're taking your pets out for your dogs for a walk, that's what they're doing too. You're helping them to be expressing what they came to do on earth. They came to be your companion. They came to transmute frequencies and transmute emotional stuff going on in your world. They came to make your heart swell with love, but they also came to fulfill their mission in this time and space energetically for the planet too. So there are so many things we can do. And we can declare our planetary cities of light by simply holding space for this as part of a daily meditation routine. You can just sit down and imagine for yourself, what would you like your city to be like? We complain about, we do complain, that's true. Because I know I'm guilty, I do it. We complain that, it's like this and it's like that. But so what are we doing about it? What are we doing about it? The greatest power, the greatest action you can take, I believe, is to sit down, tune in, talk with the higher being that you are, communicate with that, and bring in light. Right now, the world is the way the world is. We are required to hold that space if we have the power to, because there's some people that are so agitated with the goings on around them, like in war-torn zones where there's unrest. There's some people affected by weather and they can't, they don't have that peace of mind to do that. We can do that for them. That is us holding space, holding light for the planet, right? And this is together when we do this. I'm very shortly going to do a light language transmission. When we do this light language transmission, it's going to activate all of us. We're going to find more and more concepts, things to do for our planetary cities of light. You don't have to feel like you're in a planetary city of light at the moment. If that's how you're feeling, that's okay. But you can turn it around to be a planetary city of light. Now, the planetary city of light is a fifth dimensional concept. It's about evolving from that third dimension through the fourth and bringing the cities into that fifth dimensional vibrational space. And then, wow, what can happen from there? Because then at a fifth dimensional state, I understand all 12 strands of DNA are open. We start to become more and more awake, more and more aware, more and more aware of who we are, what we're doing on the planet. Our transformation shows us that. It's not difficult these days to feel energy. I was sitting here and Kirsty was doing that meditation, and I could just feel the heat. It was just a guided process, but it was so powerful. It was so easy to get into the zone. You might have experienced that already. So, friends, today, like I say, it's a concept introduced by the Arcturians. We've worked with the Arcturians before. And when we do this, our end result, I believe, is this. We'll have a community life that embraces fifth dimensional society. And our fifth dimensional society, what does it mean, our fifth dimensional society? Every group will be abundant and self-sufficient. So you have within your community group, you will have those things. You can be exchanging food with your neighbor from all their planting and their planting. We need, our neighbors are the closest ones to us, and having good relations with them, having a good relationship with your neighbor is so important. Okay. We are going to be fueling love, unity consciousness, and harmony in this time. We're fueling it. We're fueling it. So that's what can happen. So I'm understanding from this book that we only choose to work if it brings soul satisfaction. Isn't that awesome? Aren't many of us on the trajectory of that at the moment? Yes, we're experiencing a little bit of discomfort because we don't have those incomes that we used to have, but coming out of the third dimension and taking the journey into the fifth meant we had to go through the transition, right? But we're going through it. Frequent celebrations will keep the frequency high. And so this is a good thing to have celebrations in your community. What is going to be the result of this? Group consciousness, and we're going to embrace oneness. That's it. It's a number 44 card, very apt for us. Yeah. And that one says what? Embracing oneness. Yeah. So this is the concept of the planetary cities of light, friends. Think about what it is that today we've done the first one. Just starting it. So I'm sorry, sometimes the light language just pops in, and it does. If you didn't watch this before, watch the channel before, if it happens like that, it does. Because sometimes the things that we're trying to say in our language that our mind is involved in needs to be said in a different way. And so the light language comes through and it brings in the light codes for it. So I'm going to encourage you to keep your feet planted on the ground, firmly planted on the ground. We're just going to take a moment to breathe, tuning in. Have a sip of water if that's necessary for you. Tuning in. Hiranatuho. Just bringing us back to this moment. Thanking all of you. Thanking all of our teams of light. Keep breathing, friends. Breathing in through the nose, push that breath to the bottom of the belly, stretch the belly out, push it out, and then very gradually bring it up. When you get to the torso, pause. In your mind's eye, count from 1 to 5, whatever's available to you. Rona to rachalu welcoming all your guides, welcoming all those high vibrational frequency beings that you come with, that I come with. And today I have my Arcturian guides with me. My higher self is here. I also have Toma, the Pleiadian. Keep breathing. Ho matseya to rarana to farna ho let it to no. Is there a cut to what's a minute for here, wow, look, and there are cut to not to let it away. Oh, let it what's a for yeah. One to yeah. Celebration, karma katafam, karma katafam, let's it you. Zawer natika for nakhwele titituam Zaur nakhayawam Zawe Zawarahi Zakhra makhwetinete ra 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 na tetwenam he away na tetefo akhu khayem nzar makhu just activating each of us for our part in the planetary cities of light. Each of us. The Omega Dragon has returned. The Omega Dragon offers itself to you to work with in this time of your planetary cities of light activation. It also brings with it the blue light of the Arcturian, activating all of us to our connection to this amazing race that wants to work with us, galactic beings, galactic family, galactic friends that want to work with us. And so tune in. If you are meant to work with them, consciously work with them, because you're probably working with them in the astral anyway when you go to sleep at night in other dimensions. Such a confirmation of that. Such a confirmation. Taking a breath. So the Omega Dragon, Zaramakutu, representative of the divine feminine, sacred feminine, work with Luna. Nzalekita what's Thank you. Thank you for activating us. Thank you for being part of our activation, our individual personal activations. Omega Dragon. Always available is what the Omega Dragon says. Always available. Omega Dragon is the higher light, or the counterpart of the higher light of Archangel Metatron. Archangel Metatron is the archangel that is really working with us for this fifth dimensional transformation. So remember, you have that too. You have Archangel Metatron. Taking a deep breath, and now wherever you are, please think of your city right now. Call it in. Think about your city, your village. If you live in a rural area, if you live on a farm, if you live on the ocean, maybe you're on a boat somewhere, one of those houseboats in the northern hemisphere. We have this concept, and recently I've been meeting people who are living in cars, and we are reminded that is not a bad thing, and that we should not look at it as a deterioration. This is something that does need to happen for the transformation of, or for the ascension process and the transformation to the fifth dimension. Think about the cities you're living in. Think about wherever you are. Now hold your space. If it means putting your hands out, calling in, taking your energy out, calling it in, Zahoraticaheum Zero Even if you do not like where you live, today call in the energy, the light. I see golden flashes of light coming through from the cosmos right now as we are doing this. Even if you do not like where you live, Yaramakutubaku, you're there for a reason. You're carrying your energy. Your energy. Everywhere you go, you take your energy with you. Yeah. Somebody needs to know, even if you don't like where you live, you're going to be moved to where you need to be, where you are going to be aligned. This too is purposed. Yarabakutsu, you're not liking it, you're being in this place though is purposed. Imagine now countries, imagine family living in other parts of the world. No. I'm declaring East Auckland. Who are you declaring? I'm declaring Gauteng, Johannesburg. My family's there. I'm declaring Durban, Natal. I'm declaring Beijing. Zarakoto fahoa hene tetoa hoe tetemwo. Zauruna teteto fahaya. Zawahoe no. Just take a moment. Coming back, breathing. If you're still needing to declare cities, please keep going. We're just going to pause. Breathing, if that's available right now. Breathing. Coming back, friends. Coming back. And as we're coming back, please, together with me, let's ground ourselves. I'm having a sip of water that's available to you. Please do that. And keep your feet firmly planted on the ground, taking a breath. Please, as you take a breath, there is a platinum light coming through from the heavenlies, from the cosmos, from our guides, from the universe. Just coming through our chakra column. And as it gets to the root chakra and into our fields, as it gets through to the root chakra, the base of this physical being that you are, of your physicality, just notice how it anchors in there and then it flows into your legs, down into your feet. And then it connects to the earth and connects us to the earth, growing platinum and gold roots out of your feet into Amagaya, Kurunakita Pahorate, Horleshtahu Ramakatso, connecting Kurumakio Hutsukuru Kita Kurunati Uruchialakawote. I always can ask people to connect further into the earth and connect with the crystal at the core of the earth. This time, one of your guides might turn up to just commune with you. Merlin always turns up for me. He's one of my people. Dad, work with me, look after me, Kirotama. So who's yours? Take a few seconds to pause and connect. Is it Amagaya herself? Is it a tree? Okreniki, ukuriki, nikutika, igudugulitika, udunsta, hola, zuruka, hutskuriats courts. Yahunu, Howiti, Horenate, Gurahamet, Sigurd, Tukrofletete, Horata. And so, beloveds, as we come back, breathe, take a deep breath, come back into your room, into the space that you are in. And very gently come back. Come back into your consciousness. Take a note of who you met down there if you did. And what was the message? You can share it with us if they allow you, if they say it's okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mm. Welcome back, everyone.
Mm.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you, Rose.
I
Yeah.
think there was a tree speaking here today. And just, we went below and then you suddenly had light language as we were like coming back. Yeah. Right. Just taking a moment to breathe, everyone, just coming back. What a way to start our day. Some people are going to sleep at the moment because they're in other parts of the world, but what a way to start our day, right? Kirsty, how are you doing? How are you feeling after that?
Yeah. Great, thank you. That was really beautiful, and um, yeah, gratitude to you for this initiative, and I'm grateful to play a small supporting role. Um, and I want to, whoever's listening, I want to remind you not to underestimate your part, because it's all of us, and those little everyday actions with loving intent mean so much. And it's so easy to think, ugh, what difference does that make? It makes such a difference when you're walking in your neighborhood and you connect from your heart space, when you send love to another, even if they don't seem like they receive it. It matters. When you're walking with the dog, as Rose said, and you are transmuting energies, and when you just take a few extra moments with that tree and that rock, and know, it's not even trusting, like a knowing that you're in communion. You are. Don't let
Mm.
yourself convince yourself otherwise. You are. You're always connected. And yeah,
Yeah, we live in a time. Go on, sorry.
no, that's it. You are a powerful being of light, as we all are. And we're all connected to the divine. And this is a beautiful way to remind ourselves and spread the light. So, yeah, thank you.
Yes, you have an equal part in this, Kirsty, not a supporting role. We stand here together. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do and for being so open. It's amazing your openness and and that you are you. Continue to be amazingly you. And you do it naturally. You don't have to try at all. Yes. So, friends,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us. This is such an amazing, I didn't even know I was going to be doing this. That we're going to do another one. I'm told that's what I'm going to. This is it. I'm going to do this. I don't know. Well, it is supposed to go on, and so another Planetary City of Light event happens. All things going well, because every time we've had stuff happening, and then suddenly we get shifted into another timeline, and okay, that was now for then, and it's done, and so we can't go back to that, but we will just keep honoring things as we go. We'll just keep swimming, like Dory, and 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 we will do that. We will do that as we go along. So, friends, thank you for joining us. One of the things I got from the Super Attractor card by Gabrielle Bernstein. I never use this card on YouTube, but I should more. This is it, and it's amazing. I love the sun in the background, or is it the moon? Who knows, right? True manifesting is about receiving what is of the highest good for all. For all, friends, for all. Thank you so much for joining us in our quest to create a better world for ourselves, for our families, for our pets, for our cities, for our rural towns, for our villages, and for our planets. May this be something that is a concept that takes off and everybody gets it, because we will go through the transformation in such an amazing way if we keep reaching for the highest good of all and ourselves. Kirsty, you want to say a goodbye and then I'll say goodbye?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining us whenever and wherever. Just sending so much love. Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you,
Rose.
friends. Thank you, Kirsty. Thank you, friends. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you next time. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. Namaste.